in to discuss a lot of the work that he has been doing with Tuco artists, right? With Tuco entertainers, people under the Tuco banner, and a lot of the opportunities and that he gives them through many different types of events and so on and so forth. Of course, the Tuco elections is right around the corner as well, and he is vying for a position there. He was on the program talking about that a couple weeks ago, and he's going to be back in this morning on a different vibration, so to speak. Later on this morning, around 11 o'clock, after the 11 o'clock news, we have King David. King David will be in studio, and King David has a new track, a new reggae track, very positive vibration, and he's going to come in and we're going to have a little chat and thing with King David and talk to him during that point in time, right? In the meantime, we are just about 10 minutes past the hour of 9 o'clock, and what we want to get into is what is popping in the news. So in the news today, as most of you would have seen, as I say good morning to all of the drivers on the black carpet, that includes Nigel Snipes and Lennox Smith. I know they're on their way home, the Ground Report team, of course, Andy Williams as well. Good morning to you, sir. And I realize you break people yesterday and get them one mark, boy. Not one winning mark, boy. Andy, boy, oh gosh, boy. Yeah, that is pressure. It's 4 draws in the day, you know. Yeah. And you ain't get one of them right, boy. Huh. Yeah, Lord, pressure. So I tell you what. In the news, though, I saw a very disturbing clip yesterday. Well, I saw 2 very disturbing clips yesterday circulating on social media. The first has to do with your health. And, sometimes we just take it for granted. A lot of us, because particularly men don't like to go by the doctor, so we wouldn't go by the doctor unless we have to go by the doctor. And most people are afraid to go by the doctor because they're afraid of what the doctor will tell them. And yesterday we saw a video circulating where former Finance Minister Karen Nunes Teixeira was on a talk show on television, live television. And they didn't say if it was a heart attack or what it was. People presumed it was a heart attack. That is what was circulating. But they said a medical, what is the exact terminology that they used? Let me just get the exact terminology here, because they did use something that's not right, a medical emergency. So she had a medical emergency. Former Finance Minister Karen Nunes Teixeira was rushed to hospital yesterday after she experienced a medical emergency during a live TV interview. The incident occurred yesterday morning, about 14 minutes into an interview on Real TV's Conversations with Zalisa, hosted by Zalisa Budusing Rupani on San Juan-based ZM Network Limited. And the host asked Nunes Teixeira a question, and as she started to answer, Nunes Teixeira became quiet and slumped in her chair. And in a statement yesterday, ZM Network Limited said Nunes Teixeira experienced a medical emergency during the recording of the program and was taken to hospital by members of the production team. Okay? Now, the company said she was resting and recovering with her family by her side. Budusing Rupani said the team's first priority was Nunes Teixeira's health and safety. All right? And Nunes Teixeira was first elected, of course, to the House of Representatives on November 5th, 2007, for the newly created Dabadi O'Meara constituency. An attorney at law by profession, she was also appointed Minister of Finance in November of 2007 under the Manning administration. Now, I saw the video. I don't know if it's a stroke. I do not know if it is a heart attack, but I'll tell you, for those of you who saw that video, that should scare the hell out of you. You know what I mean? Scare the hell out of me to know that I could be talking here normal, because she sounded normal, she looked normal at the start, and then it happened. And that's how it happens, in the snap of a finger, in the blink of an eye. You know what I mean? And I was talking this morning. I said, look, I don't know, like I said, I don't know if it's a heart attack, I don't know if it's a stroke, I don't know what. All I know, I saw her kind of go into this uncomfortable position, and then I saw her right hand, it's either a right or a left hand, come up and become clinched. And I remember my father with his stroke, and how his right hand was always clinched like that then. You know what I mean? So I don't know if it's a stroke or a thing, but listen, people, this should serve as a reminder that your health comes before everything else. And you cannot neglect your health and checking up on your body, because you might feel good, you know. You might feel good, but you never know when that moment will come, right? And, you know, I was talking this morning, I remember after my father got the stroke and thing, I remember hearing all kind of crazy things that well, I'm saying crazy stuff, but they don't bound to be crazy. It could be legitimate cures or types of medication that people take, and you know, just people have their own way, their own little remedies now. And I remember a guy telling me, Stephan, anytime you want to stop a stroke, just put nutmeg in your mouth. And I remember thinking to myself, well, how does that work? Because I know everybody had a little remedy and thing, but then I just had to apply common sense and just basic logic to things that people tell me. So when somebody come and tell me about put nutmeg in your mouth, I'm like, yeah, but if I get a stroke, it's going to happen sudden. So what am I supposed to do? Walk around sucking this nutmeg every day? Whole day? Put it in my pocket? I don't know. You know, some people that just come up, they just say things, and they have this remedy from way back when that their grandmother or their great-grandmother told them about, and some of these remedies actually work, but then again, sometimes you have to apply a little logic, because like, how do you apply that? You get a heart attack or a stroke or whatever, and let's say nutmeg is something could really stop it. You don't have time to put that in your mouth. If you understand what I'm saying, it's going to happen sudden, just as it did to Mr. Nurse yesterday during live television. Now, I wish her a speedy recovery, but I just want to urge people, you know what I mean? Check up on yourself. Check up on yourself. You know what I mean? It's very important. I mean, listen, when your time come, it come, When your time come, it come. You can't stop that. That's a given. It have two things you're surety of in this life. Is that, one, you're going to born. You were born, and life happens. And the other thing you're sure about is death. Nobody could escape it. You cannot sidestep it. Right? It have no getting away from it. It comes to you sometimes at that unguarded moment, or sometimes suddenly like that in the form of a health issue. All right? So make sure and check up on it, because as I was saying this morning as well, I should have been dead 3 times. So I don't know if I am highly favored by God, or maybe I was a cat in some other lifetime, and I had 9 lives. But 3 times I should or could have been dead. Right? And the first time was back in my pool hustling days, when I used to shoot pool and make my money. And it had a gamble going on. The man didn't want to pay. He lost the game. We had a bit of an argument. I turn now to pick up my Guinness. I used to drink Guinness back then. But not to hit him, you know. I just turned to pick up my Guinness to drink my Guinness. And as I turned my back, the man hit me the pool cue right in my neck. And I guess I was dead for a while. Right? I didn't even see it coming. All I know is I opened my eye. I was on the ground and I opened my eye. And they say I was out for probably 20 to 30 minutes. Right? And everybody thought I did. Right? I remember they called my father. He nearly killed everybody in St. James because he didn't know who the man was, and anybody fitting the description, yeah, they get it. They get some form of it. He went mad that night. I remember that. And I remember going by the doctor, and the doctor said, after examining me and thing and that kind of thing, the doctor says, sir, just a couple millimeters lower with the force that the man hit your son with that cue, it'd kill him. it a vein there, or a nerve or something so, and that would have killed him. And boy, who tell the doctor tell my father that? Well, boy, that was our next trip off day. But you're not holding on to the right man though. Right here, as a matter of fact, the fella was a driver for some ambassador or some kind of thing so. I didn't even know he had that work, but he was a driver for some ambassador or something so. And apparently he come to buy lunch right here on Marval Road. Right outside this building that I'm sitting in right now. I tell you how funny life is. And my father get the information and everything, and he pull up right here in a white Sunny. His partner used to drive a white Sunny, a fella named Jerry Pooh, who living in New York and thing now. And he see the man, boy, and he come out the car with a piece of pipe, boy. And he hold on to that man right there on the pavement and start to beat him. You understand? I remember they said when he grabbed the man said, oh God, I'll pay the bill, I'll pay the doctor. Father said, I don't want no doctor money. And he start to beat him. Right outside here. But I could have or should have been dead. Then it had a robbery where men come in the yard about 20-something years ago. Some men come in the yard where we was living in because we had now come from the bank and thing. We had the pest control business at the time. And we get set up because somebody tell them we come out the bank. Because they didn't know who they was looking for. All they know the man had on a FUBU jersey, which was my father. My father went to the bank to draw some money to pay salaries and thing. And I remember I was outside in front, and the gunman come and he put the gun straight in my hip, straight in my down in my ribs here. And he pulled back the hammer, the thing now, and he said, "What the man in the FUBU jersey?" And I said, "That man going to shoot me right there and then." And for some reason or the other, he didn't pull the trigger. And we went wrong in the back and thing, and my father walked inside and gave me whatever money and whatever. Now, anybody that do thing to me, it has always come back on them, one way or the other. So we always know who set me up and that kind of thing because we be on the grassroots people on the streets, and they're loyal to we and that kind of thing, and we give you information and everything like that. And old man is I might just say, look, leave it. There's only money. We gonna make back that. And he just leave it and let it be. But we know who you are. I don't know if them fellas still alive or if they're dead, but we know who you are, right? And then up to 2022, when I was sitting in my wing road, chilling, minding my own business, a man come and park a gun to my head and take my car. And he could have pulled the trigger there too one time. So that's at least 3 times I could have or should have been dead. But I'm still here, and I don't know why. Right? So, you know, when I look at things like that, like what took place with Karen Nunes, the sheriff, it's kind of hit a nerve now. Because you just realize it could have been that quick. It could have happened just like that, boy, Stephan, boy. You know what I mean? But thank God it didn't. And I stay blessed and favored. And I'm grateful for that. What I do from here on in, I have to live up to whatever expectation God have for me. You understand what I'm saying? And, you know, in the 3 instances, you know, when you're young, you really don't learn, you know. Because in the first 2 instances, I really didn't learn anything, you know. I didn't really understand that I could have been dead. It's only now that I sit down talking here in my 40s, going on to 50 next year, that you look back, now that you have about half a century of life behind you, and you start to realize you're getting a pain here and you're aging and you're getting older and you had to keep your health in order. Now you start kind of pay attention to these things and kind of steer your life in a different direction now. You had to recognize and read the room, people. So you had to recognize when it's time to stop run, woman. When it's time to stop drink alcohol all day. You understand? When it's time to stop smoke. You understand what I'm saying? When it's time to stop burning the candle at both ends. You just had to know. You just had to know to yourself. Your body does tell you. You know what I mean? Or some things in your life does tell you. hey, it's time to pack it up. I think I'm contented here, and you settle. You know what I mean? But life could be wild at times, man. You know what I mean? And you just had to, I guess, take life one day at a time, but make sure and have your health in order, because you can't make money without health. You got to have good health in order to make money out here, and in order to be comfortable and enjoy your life, you have to be in good health to enjoy your life, right? So we have the Nunes Teixeira situation that took place there. And then yesterday we had video footage of a robbery that took place on Wednesday at a doctor's office in El Socorro, where we had some fellas pose as patients, and they end up in the office and they rob the office and that kind of thing, right? And in the doctor's office, you saw patients there with the children and things like that, right? And as I read the story, I was like, I cannot recall, for as long as I can remember, bandits targeting a doctor's office. It's just something very strange, and I just can't remember that ever being somewhere that people would target and rob. And here we are, it happened. And lo and behold, they got a $30,000 gold chain. They got 40,000 TT dollars in cash. And what was very interesting is they also got 20,000 US dollars. Now, I ain't no doctor, and I ain't at no doctor office. And I'm trying to think of a reason why a doctor's office would have 20,000 US in cash sitting down there. Right? But I guess that's the doctors, and they would know. They would know. Because I surety don't know what 20,000 US. I can't even get man on 200 US. So 20,000 US dollars just sitting down there in a doctor's office. So I just think that's an inside job, because I don't think any bandit really goes to a doctor's office to put on a robbery. Right? Because most people that go by the doctor, they will use a card to pay. They ain't paying no cash. Right? But they had 40,000 TT in cash and 20,000 US dollars sitting around. And then the gold chain and the cell phones and everything else was just by the way. Right? That was the extras. But I think somebody definitely set up something. Somebody who knew that money was there. They had was to set that up for that. So that's a one-off. Right? You're accustomed seeing robbery like that take place in supermarkets and things like that. But that's a whole different kettle of fish. That's a setup. Right? And a well orchestrated one at that. Because this wasn't bandits and things that's running in the doctor's office and putting on a robbery. Eh? Men pretend to be patients and all kind of thing. You understand? So you have to be careful out here. You know what I mean? And then too, with this crime situation as well, I know the police and them like to beat the chest with the state of emergency, the government too at times, about the murder rate being down, and I understand that. It is down and it is lower than where we were at in 2024. But the fact and the reality is 2024 was the highest ever murder rate. As a matter of fact, 23 and 22 wasn't too far behind it. They were they were excessively high. So any improvement would be a win, right? So we had 3-something last year, which was fantastic. We got it down to 3-something. We are at about 200, a little over 200 this year. And we already in July. All right? So we'll see how the rest of the year goes as it relates to that. Okay? But I'm still seeing home invasions. I'm still seeing armed robberies. We're not seeing any gang-related incidents with, gangs and thing, warring and that kind of thing. So I have to believe to some extent that all this peace talk and thing and fellas putting down the gun and that kind of thing, I have to believe that this is the reality. But fellas still robbing. Okay? So that is something the police will have to address. But the actual murders and things that we've seen take place now is a stabbing outside a bar, 2 men get away. You saw the woman that killed the businessman, little domestic incidents and things like that. I'm not seeing no war and thing going on between gangs and that kind of thing. So that's a good thing. We'll take one positive and wait against the continuous negatives that we have. because we know that we can't get rid of crime completely, but at least if we could bring it down to acceptable level and then implement certain things that would alleviate that problem even more, well, that's fantastic. That's great. Let's get to it. Okay? This morning I had a terrific interview on television with a group that are currently involved in pushing the sport of flag football. For those of you who don't know what flag football is, it is a safer version or less contact version of NFL football. Right? So instead of tackling the person, you're grabbing a flag that is attached to them. And I had an interview with two youth men who were very excited for the sport, very interested in the sport. One used to play rugby, and he sees it as a better sport. It is a sport that will be in the Olympics now, very soon. I see Philip Alexander call him in. Let me see what he call him in for, boy. Just now, Philip, just now, I will call you. Let me call him live. Right? So the flag football is getting there. Sports is getting there. So many things are happening. And maybe we could use some of those things to get those youths out of that type of negative lifestyle. Let me just call Philip back here and see what he's seen with him. All right. Let me see here. And maybe he called me. I feel he called me. He called me by surprise here, but he didn't even know I was going to call him this morning. Let me see what's going on here. Let's see if we get on to him.
Hello, good morning.
Minister Alexander, morning. I see you try to call my cell phone, but live on the air. So I decided to call you back live on the air. Because if you call in my phone, it had to be because you have some information for the public.
Well, we released 2 days ago a video, and we sent out a media release this morning and some graphics. And we want put in the public space that people be aware that anyone contacting them from the HDC and inviting them to engage in any off-book or outside transaction to facilitate them getting an end run or a bypass of the allocation process, or to sell them a house for a lower price than the HDC selling, all of that doomed to fail. And they will lose their money. And we've been hearing people going on social media shows crying to the public that they've been duped. Now, there's a saying, there's a fool born every minute. And if somebody calls you to sell you a house and has nothing to give you, to show you, to say that they are actually speaking on behalf of the HTC or could give you an HTC deed or lease, and you give them your money, you throw that money away. So right. I am going out of my way to push it very hard to get it in the public space across the board as much as possible, that outside of dealing with the actual HTC in the HTC offices on South Key, anything else, you're throwing your money away.
Yeah, because it's interesting you mentioned that, because a while back, I can't remember how long back, but I think it might have been last year, because I know definitely Anil was in the ministry, and you were there, and I sent him, I remember, I know scrolling back here, looking for the information. There was a group going around to different parts of Trinidad and Tobago, and they were telling people that they could get HCC housing for them, or they have some housing program going on at a ridiculously cheap rate. And I was like, but how they doing that? And does the HCC know that it have this group going around promoting this kind of thing, right? And I remember seeing it all over social media, because they were advertising it, and people were going to meet them. And then I got a report that some people went and the lines were long, and then they find the transaction was a little shady, and some people walked away, and they asked me to report it and that kind of thing. I don't know if it's similar to what you're talking about here.
People have been messaging me for situations like that is in the private sector, and I have offered to come and listen and see how I could assist. But my lane and my responsibility is the Ministry of Housing and the Housing Development Corporation, and to make sure people don't get scammed in anything that they think has anything to do with the HTC. Let me tell you some of the scams that are happening. People are calling now, they are actual employees of the Housing Development Corporation that have been arrested and charged for involving themselves in this kind of bacchanal. This is not like the last administration where anything went. This administration is actually auditing every single HTC project ever built. Because you can't hide a house. And if a project was built, if a HTC development was built with 600 units, and when we check the files, we have 590 deeds, 10 houses were stolen. But the statute of limitations don't run out on that. So we're going to find those 10 houses, evict the people living in it, and create a police matter to track down who may have given the people who were living in it, who were illegally occupying that HTC property, the impression that they could have transferred an HTC unit to them illegally. We are taking that action.
Okay.
We are making sure. So when people call you and they call me and they say in their community they see some houses empty, tell them leave them houses empty. The HTC knows those houses are empty. What the HTC is doing right now is making sure every property is available, is being put together in a list, a proper list, and they're sending people to check on the condition of those properties. You'd see I've reached as far as Makano Quarry in John. We're going everywhere, and we're going to find every single property that is supposed to belong to the Housing Development Corporation and put it in the hands of people who have applied through the Housing Development Corporation and have been pre-qualified through the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank or through their financial or mortgage institution, and we'll help get people in their homes. There are no shortcuts. All of the social media influencers, all of the politicians, and all of the people calling your phone with information from inside the HTC promising to help you are going to steal your money. Because ultimately, the only way you can own an HTC property is through a legitimate purchase with the HTC that ends up with you and an authentic deed.
All right, brilliant. Now, just on another note here,
we're talking about tens of millions of dollars here in stolen property. Eh?
Wow.
We're talking about scams involving senior members of staff and other very bold and brave persons who have set apart units and sold them privately. Those people are being interviewed by law enforcement as we speak.
Right.
So I know people are desperate. They have about 215,000 people on our list, and we're trying hard to get houses out the ground and to finish the existing properties and to bring everything back. And we will get people in houses, but I'm telling them, don't be one of those people who they say a fool and his money are soon parted. Don't be a fool. Don't be scammed. There is only, I did a video showing them what the inside of the HTC looks like. Come to the HTC. I give them a hotline that rings from my staff, 702-PHIL, 702-PHIL, 702-7445. My staff, if you're having a problem, if somebody not treat you, if they treat you bad when you come in the place and you're not happy, message me. We will sort it out. We will make sure that, because the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, the Honorable Kamala Prasad Bisesta, has given us a mandate, put the people who need a house in houses. We're going to do that.
All right. I'm glad I have you on the phone. I was actually going to call you this morning, you know. You don't know, eh? I'm telling you, I don't know. I'm telling you, God does guide the process. This situation here, I don't know if you could comment on it, the Blue Waters land deal. And this land that was apparently signed, leases for these lands, agricultural land that was signed off on the eve of the general election. You could give any insight into those deals and how, just to give people a idea of how these things happen and how these things work, or what was the intention?
I want to say something to Trinidad and Tobago. John Jeremy is highly respected as an attorney in all quarters. He is feared by the white-collar criminals that were running amok under the PNM, because he understands how the PNM used to do their bacchanal. So if you notice the silence that has followed a lot of actions that are being taken, it's because people who have cocoa in the sun right now afraid in rain, and they know rain coming. I want to tell you, on that matter, when the Attorney General, the Honorable John Jeremy, said that this is now a police matter, Don't take chain up from people like Keith Rowley and them who are outside here trying to throw shade and throw talk for the government about somehow the government manipulating the process. This is now a police matter. Let the system do its job. This is not politics. What was politics was the manipulation of the system. The largest transfer of public assets, land and money to a select few beneficiaries, friends, family and finances of the PNM who benefited handsomely, ridiculously. Who didn't have $1 is a millionaire today. Who start off with $1 million is a billionaire today. They make themselves rich. And we are going to undo, and I said so before the election, we are going to undo every single piece of wrongdoing. We said, this was the actual line, there was a video, all unfair games will play over.
Right.
So those who thought that because they had a friend and a family in the PNM, and they had a government minister sitting on the Ministry of Housing or the Ministry of Finance or the Attorney General office, and they could have helped them bypass or do some kind of simidimi, they're going to have questions to answer. And this is what the people of Trinidad and Tobago voted for. Yes, we want you to go after all them fellows who jump in people's wall and thief in their sneakers and thief in their dog and their cat, but we want to make sure that the white-collar criminals that took advantage of the taxpayers in this country, that they are brought to book. And that is what the Honorable Kamala Prasad says, and she is leading it calmly. If you have nothing to worry about, if you didn't engage in any wrongdoing, you have none to fear. If you know, and I'm saying this, maybe if you know that you were part of some conspiracy to defraud the state or to defraud the people of Trinidad and Tobago while the feeding frenzy was running under Keith Rowley's administration, if you think that maybe it might make sense that you get in front of this and reach out to the Attorney General and give them your information, maybe they could do some. I'm not speaking for them, but maybe they might be interested in hearing from you.
Okay.
But the reality of the situation is this. There has been massive robbery of the people's assets. I mean, Petrotrin, when you find out what they stole from Petrotrin. Anyway, listen, the information is coming into the public space and you will have it.
All right. One more thing here on our positive vibes, if I can. If you could explain this, maybe. Where is it? Just now, Let me just pull it up here. I want to make sure and get the headline correct. The $800 million US bond that the Minister of Finance has been able to secure. What does that mean for the economy?
The Minister of Energy actually said the Prime Minister personally led 48 grueling hours of negotiation to make this happen. But it was a demonstration of confidence in the economy under Kamala Prasad that resulted in a quick $5 million investment. The people of the world are looking to Trinidad now. The Honorable Minister of Trade, Kama Marad, said investor confidence is through the roof.
Right.
He has a team just dealing with people who calling that want to come and do business in Trinidad and Tobago. The PNL have this whole notion that they could go out there in the media and tell people the sky falling. So you tell them the sky falling because Methanex mothballing a plant. They mothball a plant protected. That means it could start back up easily.
Right.
But what the Minister of Finance, Larry Hawaii, who they love to quote, he's the boy. And they're not quoting him now, where he said actually mothballing Methanex will increase Trinidad's revenue from gas.
Yeah, I saw that, yeah.
You know, and they're not spreading that piece of information because it's not working with the narrative. They talk about Nestle looking to mothball plants all over the world, including Trinidad and Tobago. The Minister of Agriculture and the Minister of Trade said this is going to augur well for local manufacturers and entrepreneurs. There's a massive buy local campaign going on right now.
Right.
And people still ringing up my phone. I went to the launch. I did the videos. If you are a small business, a SME, a small medium enterprise, and you want to get on the Ministry of Trade caravan, go to the Ministry of Trade, show them your product, your service, tell them what you do, and they will bring you on board and promote your business, local, regional, international. This Ministry of Trade is going to take the 99% and make them 1% too. That's the goal. Make
All right.
everybody wealthy. Make everybody successful. Break down all the artificial doors and walls and gates that were blocking other people. When you hear one company that was in the water business get $34 million while other businesses shut down waiting for $200 a week. This is the insanity that Trinidad went through for 10 years. I have a friend. He is one of the best known Apple agents in the world.
Wow.
Everybody used to go to him. His number was 684 iMac. He had to close down because he couldn't get foreign exchange to keep his business running. Under Keith Rowley's madness, under the 1% rump. So when people tell you that somehow this government is somehow victimizing innocent people, let the police and the courts do their job, and you will see at the end of that conversation. And Kamala Prasad says nobody's fool. John Jeremy is nobody's fool. If they are taking action against somebody and it is wrong action, those people have redressed to the court to sue the state and get hundreds of millions of dollars. And I'm telling you something. Those two people, Kamala Prasad and and John Jeremy, they know very well what they're doing, and they're pulling at all the strings to unravel the quilt of robbery that took place under the Keith Rowley administration.
Well, Philip, I know you're a man always on the ground too, eh? Up to yesterday, we had these discussions and things with people. Now, listen, we know, like X and I, well, X not here this morning, but X and I know that in a lot of the sectors, they have these operatives that seem to be stymieing the process and trying to make the government look bad. Up to yesterday, I had a message sent to me from a cancer patient who was down at the infirmary. And it's the way that she said it is, it was like, all of a sudden this ain't working, and all of a sudden that ain't working, and all of a sudden you can't get medication for this, and all of a sudden you can't get medication for that, and we just come here and depend on this to give us a few extra years of life, and da-da-da-da-da. And, she said, look, and I go in there, who we voting for? Who are they voting for next time? And this, that, and that. She was very, very angry, and there's a whole group chat with a lot of the cancer patients in this WhatsApp thing, with things that they cannot get, and so on and so forth. Now, I understand and have some difficulties in that sector with regard to the machine and the fixing and the contract and the exorbitant cost of the contract as opposed to the reality of what it's supposed to cost. But there are other sectors like the NPOPs program and thing where people being owed 4 and 5 fortnight salaries and that kind of thing, and people are venting it here. So they call and they tell us about it, and we're trying to explain them the money is there to pay. The problem is that it's a lot of political nonsense that is going on, plenty little games.
Correct.
The mayor of Port of Spain was, that's just a perfect example of the nonsense that going on. He didn't submit the documents, but come in to say, well, we can't pay workers for June.
Look, big fed going on in the Martin Borough Corporation right now as we speak. Borough Day. Big fed. They have all the money for everything that they could want and more. Money falling on the ground, bend down and pick up money. Listen, as I said, they have this, the PNM is trying to create this idea. They started from the first day we lost. Faris went outside and count down 3 things that he think will happen to the country that cause the country to fall apart. Former Minister of Finance say we carry on the country, we have no money, here know where we getting money from. And Dave Tanko and the Prime Minister have been working magic. Specifically to the point with the cancer patients, I want to tell you this. You could tell people, Stephan, I'm saying this on your show, you have a direct line to me, obviously, because you call me when you want live. So you tell them, anybody have information for you that they want to get to the Minister of Health? I have a very good working relationship with Dr. Lakram Bodo. He's one of the most responsive doctors, ministers I've ever dealt with in my life. So if you have information that there are roadblocks and blockages in the system, he would want to know that. Tim Gopi Singh, Rishad Sicharan, they're going to want to know that and get involved and unblock all the blockages. Where we find the obstacles, they will be uprooted and removed. Okay? With regard to the payments of salaries and wages, Khadija Aminaki, another very highly responsive minister, she don't hold water in her mouth. So if you get information about anywhere that system's not working as they should, get it to me. I will make sure and get it back channel it somehow to get whatever it is unblocked and cleared.
Right.
Trinidad needs to be clear about this. There are PNM operatives in the system. They place their people high, low, hang jack and game to cause obstacles to the government. We are aware of that, and we are working to fix it within all of the laws and all of the systems to make it happen. It's like our $3.4 billion OPR project. When we realize They're going to stall for months and years. We pull the project. We going to retool the projects.
Right.
We bringing back those projects. So those houses will come out the ground.
All right, nice man. Well, thanks a lot for your time. We're going to chat. I'm going to forward you the messages I got as it relates to the cancer situation down in the infirmary. And any assistance that you could, or any information you could get back to me through the minister so that I could send it to the people and them to let them know what's going on and or what to do. We'll work on that. So I'll send you the information and the messages.
Thank you for that. Absolutely. And as much as possible, I'll tell you, I have a potent staff. I have a creative team. They're very hardworking that manage our hotline, 702-PHIL, 702-7445. Now, I mostly use it for HDC and Ministry of Housing and for Port of Spain, North, St. Anne's, West Lego Martin, West Lego Martin, Northeast. But anybody that's having a serious problem that they are the wits end and they don't know where they go, they could use that. Send me that information and I will do whatever I can.
They could use that number as well for reports?
They could use that number. I'm saying I'm volunteering to collect and pass the information on to the relevant minister.
All right, it's 702-PHIL.
702-PHIL, yeah.
All right, thanks a lot, man.
Take care, my brother. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, you too. Enjoy the weekend. All right, so that is Minister Philip Alexander, Minister in the Ministry of Housing. There is a scam that is currently taking place as it relates to HEC. So just warning you about that scam. That's one. Let me just pull up the actual information on the scam here, because he did message it to me and then he tried to call. So don't be scammed. Protect yourself, protect your money, protect your home. Beware of fraudulent schemes involving HEC homes. All right. There is no bypass. You cannot bypass the any process with HEC. So anybody selling you that nonsense, tell them you don't want to hear them. Right. The only legitimate way to acquire an HEC home is through HDC, bona fide registration on the official HEC website. All right. Or in person at the HEC office on South Key, Port of Spain. And pre-qualification, of course, through the Trinidad and Tobago Mortgage Bank or any legitimate financial mortgage or mortgage institution. All right, so there are currently investigations underway, all right, and a nationwide audit is in progress as it relates to that. So anybody that wants to report any kind of shady deals that people might be whispering to you, you could report it by calling 702-PHIL. That is 702-PHIL. That is the minister's personal assistance hotline. All right? And, that situation with the cancer patients, I'll pass that on to him so that he could get it to the Minister of Health. And we'll see how we could bring relief to those people, because a lot of games being played that are unnecessary at this time if we want to move the country forward and that kind of thing. Now, we have Joey Rivers in studio, but we're going to hear from him after the 10 o'clock news. Because the news is coming up in 8 minutes. I do have a break to take, so I have some commitments to fulfill. I'm going to do that now, and that will take us up to the 10 o'clock news. And after the 10 o'clock news, we'll chat with Joey, who's in studio in shirt, tie, ready to go, looking official, like a board member, ready of Tuco. We'll find out what's the latest on the election there. But remember, Off the Record brought you through the kind compliments of TN Tech. 80 years of power, past, present, and future. Don't go anywhere. Off the Record continues after this.
So from electric.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR. live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
You know, I have a bone to pick with you. You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final bar.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health, and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT. Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
You know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh? You still supporting that side, yeah?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final VAR.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live Online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sarah, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today. Exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
People, so we're back, second hour underway. Joey Rivers is here. We're going to chat with him in just a few seconds, but I just want to take this opportunity to remind you guys that Football Fever is at its peak. Digicel and the TTT Limited Media Network present Game On, the finale, the ultimate football party, football watch party experience. So you can join us Sunday, July 19, that is next week Sunday, at the Mecca, 11A Marval Road, Newtown, Port of Spain, for huge screens, exciting giveaways, live entertainment, a premium bar for purchase, and unmatched football vibes. Admission is absolutely free, but you must secure your exclusive access pass via Island e-tickets. Gates open from 1 p.m. No coolers or glass bottles allowed. And for more details, you could stay locked into the TTT Limited Media Network, Suite 100.1, Next 99.1, and Talk City 91.1 FM. Game On, the finale. Don't just watch it, experience it. And of course, this is powered by Digicel Creamery Novelties. Jade Monkey Bar, Tobago, Campari, Magnum, Stamina Energy, Blue Waters, Cafe Barista, the Castello, Prosecco, Stoli Vodka, Allegra, and the TTT Limited Media Network. Boom. All right. So, we have my good friend Joey Rivers here, formerly of Ecstatic, and he is here formerly like years ago. Well, I don't know how old Ecstatic is, right? I don't think he go as far back as Panasonic song.
Yeah, man.
You go back as far back as Panasonic?
Yeah, morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world.
All right.
I was 11 years old when we started the band.
You was 11 in Panasonic and died before they went to Ecstatic?
Yeah, playing Quattro.
So you was from the start.
Before the beginning.
All right. you mentioned to me the song that...
We sung, it's rougher than your song. So that was the sequel to Music Farm.
Right.
It was the same format. We all had a little part to sing. And I co-wrote and co-produced that song as well.
Really?
Yeah.
What? Well, I didn't even know
that.
Let
me show you how we versatile. Let me show you how we wicked and wild. I played the guitar since I was a child. Could even play like a crocodile, oh yeah. Yeah. Because that's when I started to do the gimmick of playing the guitar with my teeth. As an highlight in the shows.
Right.
So I played the guitar like a crocodile.
Because Hendrix and them fellas and them had everybody had a lot of guitar players had the gimmick.
Yeah. So I actually took that from the rock genre. And yeah.
What your dentist tell you?
Boy, and the thing is...
Any damage over the years?
Well, you know, at this age and stage is now we start to see the symptoms, eh?
Yeah.
But adrenaline is a hell of a thing, boy.
Yeah,
when that rush, 10,000 people in front of you, cheering, making noise, jumping up, Yeah, you do crazy things.
I don't know where to stand up on a stage in front of 10,000 people, boy.
It's addictive.
It's addictive.
When you get a taste of that, I mean, if you don't have, an aspect of your life to neutralize you after those experiences,
right?
You could be perpetually living in that, euphoria and expecting people to react that way to you on a daily basis walking down the street. So, as entertainers, we have to be very mindful, very conscious that it's just an act, it's just a character, it's just a show. That's 45 minutes on the stage. When they step off, is back to life, back to reality.
Ah, boy. Now, Tuco elections is when?
Sunday.
This Sunday.
But
you're here with a different hat on.
Yeah. Well, I would say a cap.
Well, a cap. No, well, I know you wear many caps, Joey. I know you wear many caps. But one of the things, service culture opportunity, I see here that you have been the stage manager and production manager for OWTU Labor Day Cultural Show. Now you have also created spaces and places for a lot of Calypsonians. So we'll start there.
Yes.
Right. Especially outside of Carnival.
Yes.
Inside is one thing. Outside of Carnival, Calypsonians, you'll be like, well, I wonder what these fellas will be doing for the rest of the year. Especially when you do have a what we would consider a hit, a commercially viable hit.
Yes.
That where a foreign promoter might book you, things like that. So where does the work come from outside of the Carnival season?
So the double-edged sword is that Calypso and its iteration, soca, etc.,
yes,
can be reasonably described as the song track of Carnival. So the double-edged sword is that once there's a carnival, you need to have the Calypso.
Right.
Or the party Calypso, which we call soca.
Right.
So it means, yes, once there is a carnival, the music is sure to be a passenger in the car.
Right.
The other edge of that sword is when there's no carnival, you them up a ride.
Exactly. Yes.
So with that said, what has been happening organically is that different Calypsonians and soca artists, etc., rapso artists, etc., would have different peak times of the year.
Okay.
So Christmas time, for example, we could tell without even any deep research that the Christmas artists, Scrunter, Baron, Poser, Ninja, Myron B, Calypso Night,
Right.
Eddie Charles, we know who they are.
Yes.
How often do you see Scrunter or even Crazy appearing during the carnival season as opposed to during the Christmas season?
Good point.
So we could guess that, listen, these guys could focus on that like any other business.
Yeah.
You go by the mall, a store like that selling greeting cards like Hallmark or what have you. Most days the store's empty. But you know, coming around to Valentine's Day, Mother's Day,
You have it picks up.
yes. And so it's a similar approach we're looking at. I was Black Stallion's personal accompanist, and during Labor Day to Emancipation Day was Stallion's peak.
Okay.
Sometimes we were doing like 4 and 5 gigs in one day.
Serious? During that period?
Yes. All those companies would hire us to come for the staff events, because all companies would have an emancipation program.
Right.
And you would want an artist with that kind of emancipation brand.
Right.
That, you know, Afro Trini.
Yeah, Stalin with a fit that mold.
Yes. We have Ella Handel.
Right.
Yeah. So, in more recent times, we would have like the Lady Adana. You know, the sisters Tamika and Makeda Darius.
Yeah.
You know, so we
I would suppose Terry Lyons could fall in that category as well.
Right, because she's very, very versatile.
Versatile, yeah.
So, and that's how you get work at different seasons throughout the year. So usually when people talk about the music needs to happen year round, usually they're thinking the same carnival product.
Right.
Sustaining for the year. I am saying, as the incoming education and research officer, that's not the matrix.
Okay.
The music sustaining for the year doesn't necessarily mean the same artists and songs that are successful during the carnival season.
Right.
Sustaining through the year.
Okay.
Because, I mean, Tuco is an organization with hundreds of members. It means that sensibly, reasonably, economically, if we have persons grouped who are focusing on different seasons during the year,
right,
we can now have more employment and performance opportunities for more artists.
Okay.
We have the graduation and wedding period. You know, May, June kind of time. So it means that encouraging, educating artists to maybe focus on a particular niche or period of the year that is not being attended to. Who focuses on the senior citizens or the children? Do we have an artist who exclusively curated a brand that deals with children? So there, you may have a one song here and there, or an event.
Nikki Crosby with her event might have
an
been
event, yes.
Nikki Land, but
Yes.
outside of that, whew,
so there's a lot of opportunity.
yeah, outside of that, we don't really have that, you know. Anything, you know, it's interesting, you know, just this morning I was talking to Mark Ian from Dirty Medics.
Right.
Right. And they have now formed over the last year or so one company called the Massman Company Limited, which their Kiddies Carnival, Juve, and Monday and Tuesday on the Road fall under one umbrella now, right? And it's marketed under one umbrella. And they're actually doing a package where this carnival for $6,000 you could get your Kiddies Carnival, your Juve package, and a Monday and Tuesday package of $6,000. That covers all aspects of the mass, right? From Kiddies come straight up. And what it was saying is that, you know, marketing towards children is very different.
Yes.
It's he said the thing is, when you have a kids event, adults just take it over. You know that. Right? I'm very sure you heard me say that this morning.
Like a christening in the country.
But marketing to children, yeah, exactly. But marketing to children is so much different, because when you look at, okay, let me do it from a mass perspective.
Yes.
You wouldn't put a child in a two-piece bikini.
Correct.
Right. So even the design of the costume has to be different. Certain things have to be, you have to think about how you're going to project
But
this
Stephan,
image
in
and
Barbados
you know.
this year, what they started is a road march competition for junior artists, encouraging them to compose songs that are appropriate for the Kiddies Carnival Parade.
Right, because that's the next thing. Like when I was telling people, I say all they don't understand, you know, when they thought Voice would have win the road march. I say there's Kiddies. I say all they know is Kiddies Carnival. So in the Kiddies Carnival count, I cannot see children jumping up to woman and rum and woman and rum and woman and rum and woman and rum.
Correct.
It just not appropriate, right? Then you have the female artists and them too.
Yes.
They singing a lot of broke out and wine and bubble and tick music.
Yeah.
So where's the marketing towards children? Or what do we expect that type of marketing to be? Because, you know.
Yeah, and here's where the categorization. I think, you know, everybody benefits when we take this more strategic approach to treat it with the culture. It means more artists can enjoy success. It means more audiences in terms of niche in different demographic.
Yeah.
You know, we have the gospel Lipso artists, you know, the Show and Daniel.
And they're doing extremely well.
Yeah.
Gospel is huge.
Yeah, so we all don't have to try to fit into the
same bracket.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying. There are many markets available.
Correct.
To make money, right? And to me, we don't have many markets targeting children. We have plenty kids products.
Yeah, and it's so ironic because I mean, as a parent, you will leave yourself hungry and discomforted if your child needs something.
Yeah.
You will do excruciating work. You will take stress from a boss you don't like.
It's true.
Because you have to provide for the children.
That's right.
You know, and you would think that the average person understanding that reality would see the children's market as a viable one.
Right.
And this is an international phenomenon.
Yeah.
You know, the senior citizen market is another one. The average senior citizen is not owing any furniture or appliance store.
Oh, yeah, they don't have no mortgage. They really don't have the retirees, the average retiree.
And who caters?
Yeah.
Because you have to look at the time, location, accessibility.
Yeah.
Our special needs citizens. Do we have events that cater for persons? Yeah. You know, visually impaired, who have mobility challenges. You know, is your venue just up a step? Is there a ramp, wheelchair ramp, elevator access?
Right.
You know, do organizers and artists?
Do we accommodate for those things?
Consider these things.
Yeah.
Because these are persons who make up, you know, part of your potential.
Your potential customer market.
Yeah.
That's true. All right, so we know where the work coming from outside of the carnival season. The other thing, now we have a whole comedy thing to discuss as well. We will stop for the playway, and of course we'll come back and go up to 11 o'clock. But we have much to discuss. Now you have created all of these opportunities, and we'll deal with the comedy thing after the playway, right?
Right.
But I must make mention of this because you, a man, go back years in the industry as well, and you, well, vying for the position that you're vying for in Tuco and that kind of thing. Bill Trotman.
Oh, yeah.
Now, we lost Bill Trotman. And, you know, we cannot bring him into the conversation because he was a cultural icon. You will have a lot of experiences with him because you started as young as you say 12 years old back in the day. You would have grown up. Bill Trotman would have probably whole shows that you performed in and things like that, right? So I mean, I saw a video while we talking about this and we talking about health. Remember I was talking about health at the start of the program.
Yes.
You yourself, because I mentioned it on my show this morning, I say, boy, like everybody around me have a heart problem. My legal advisor, brand big. My chef in the studio had a heart issue. You had a heart issue that you had to go and deal with as well.
Yeah.
We saw what happened to Nunes Teixeira live on the show. That could have easily happened when you were with me for Christmas on the show.
Yes.
Right? And we would have had to react and things would have had to happen. But you went and deal with your issue.
Correct.
And you are better for it today. But in terms of what I saw with Bill Trotman, of course, in a hospital bed, you would expect it in like in a mansion, right? In a hospital.
Yeah.
And I saw Crazy there talking with him, and Crazy was making him laugh, and
yes.
He was laughing and having a time with Crazy, man. And then, boom, 2 days later, I get the thing that he passed away. But what are some of your memories of Bill Trotman? Or if you have any Bill Trotman story?
No, yeah. I mean, and it's so interesting that the last time we were talking about, Bill Trotman would have been, in my estimation, the Calypsonian that would have done what is still today the iconic children's calypso. Mommy, I want to go back to school.
Yeah.
And not only singing about children, but he is singing as though he is the child.
Yes.
You know, so we start from there, right? And the tales of the last conversation. And Bill, you know, God rest his soul, was definitely that person on and off stage. Once you come into his space, your burdens just got buoyant.
Right, because he fall into the comedy aspect of things too. Yes.
Just the way he walks, his body language, the gestures, it's just a feel-good feeling that you get by just being around him. You know? At the mover, St. Dominic's Roman Catholic Church, because of course I'm very actively involved in the Catholic Church as well. You know, he would have organized, and they speak of it, his contribution and donation very proudly. All the furniture on the altar, and I'm using the word furniture here loosely. The altar, the lectern, and so on, are all designed culturally, carved as a steel pan at Mover RC. You know, so he's very, very actively involved in the church there as well, in a very practical way, you know. And of course, in our time, coming of age, now, in the mid-1980s, when Marshall did the letter that he won the Junior Monarch with, very, very controversially, because he was calling out the double standards with teachers.
Right.
And then the next year, Natasha won the competition with Reincarnation Wish, and then we got into the soca recording with Too Young to Soca.
Right.
And I Love My Country was the other song. Now, he would have made it to the adult competitions, because at that time, 1985, the adults were saying, well, we're not going to compete with no child. And the junior monarch was saying, well, he have a record, vinyl,
so it's on record.
He's not a professional. So in those days, junior meant amateur.
Right.
And so he can't come in the junior competition because he's a professional.
Right.
And the adults saying, don't come here because he's a little child. Which is what led to the Too Young to Soca song.
Right.
Right? And Bill Trotman, and there are pictures with Bill holding Marshall at that age.
Serious?
Would have been one of the adult defenders.
Really?
Yeah.
Saying let him perform?
Yeah. You know, and there were a few, and of course his prominence at the time made his approval and endorsement significant.
Okay.
He would have hosted the March Gras consistently.
I think it was about 11 consecutive years. Consecutively, yeah.
So, you know, the same way Gemma Jordan's voice is the voice of describing the mask costumes.
Yes. That was Bill Trotman with the March Gras.
Yes.
But I didn't know that backstory there with Marshall, you know, with the with the static that they didn't want him.
Music Farm was our song of rebellion. Because you guys from Tongue, from St. James and so on, used to laugh at us. We come from Superior.
Yeah.
We were the hillbillies.
But all the big artists come from South.
Listen,
Super, Marshall, Iowa, all of them come from South.
But after migrating to North, yeah, we were still living in South.
Right,
and that was the difference.
right. And that was the difference.
Yeah. And then remember we dealing with our peers, teenagers, and in the 1980s and early 90s, people our age were not listening to local music.
Yeah, they was listening to more American and maybe reggae rockers, that kind of thing was
people look at it now, and you're seeing Aaron Duncan and and these young artists and so on.
Right.
But in our time in the 80s, and you see this.
Plenty of them was singing a different type, but they were singing reggae and all kind of thing too.
Yeah.
And pop and thing. I mean, Denise Plummer started off singing
So we
pop.
were certainly not celebrities. I wasn't popular in school because I was in Panasonic Express.
Right.
If anything, you're doing old people music. So my contemporaries who were rapping and breakdancing, they were the ones who popular and getting all the girls. And you see, and this is the context of Calypso history.
Wow.
And research. Because research is not just about dates and events. It's context.
Context to those events.
Context. So what Marshall had to go through as the lead singer of the band, and the rest of us by extension, it was grueling. It was almost like a cultural martyrdom.
Wow. Just hold your thought right here. We got to get to the 10:30 play withdraw. We will continue the discussion here. We gain some history, boy. We gain some history. That's what you're here for, It's research and history, We got the 10:30 play withdraw. Good luck, people.
Supervised by independent auditors KPMG and presided over by the National Lotteries Control Board. Good luck.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Ticket Front with Officer Shabadi. Go Beyond Limits with Roland Stewart. Drive Home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
You know, I have a bone to pick with you, eh? You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final bar.
Catch all the action on the Final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago and the world. I'm Ramala Balkaran. Welcome to Trinidad and Tobago today. Let's take a look at what's trending this morning.
Every morning in Trinidad and Tobago, a new conversation begins. And right here, we take that conversation further, speaking with the stakeholders and voices behind the stories. From news and lifestyle to culture, health and entertainment, we bring you the topics that matter most as you start your day. Join us weekdays, Monday to Friday at 6 a.m. Watch on TTT or join the conversation from anywhere on your smart device at TNT Today Show, Trinidad and Tobago Today, exclusively on TTT.
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X, Fearless Talk, and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT Live Online, starting June 11th.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition, the Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
The Tobago Heritage Festival is much more than a series of cultural shows. It is Tobago's largest annual celebration of history, traditions, and community spirit. Created in the mid-1980s to preserve the island's unique customs, the festival brings Tobago's past to life through music, dance, storytelling, food, and folklore. Unlike many festivals that take place in one location, the Tobago Heritage Festival spreads across villages throughout the island. Each community proudly presents its own traditions, giving visitors an authentic look at Tobagonian life and culture. This year's festival runs from July 16th to August 1st, 2026, celebrating the importance of community, togetherness, and cultural identity. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026, keeping Tobago's rich heritage alive for future generations.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Let we tell the whole story.
You know, I have a bone to pick with you. You still supporting that side, girl?
Obviously, till the day I die.
But you really think they could win our title again?
You do know we are the defending champions. We have a player that's going to have a fairy tale ending. You do know that we come with a lot of experience and a whole bunch of youngsters.
Yeah, but sentiments don't win your World Cups.
You know what? I'm not having this with you right now. I'll see you on the final bar.
Catch all the action on the final VAR right here on TTT and TTT Live online from 8:30 p.m. starting Thursday, 11 June 2026.
From July 16th to August 1st, Tobago comes alive with its greatest celebration of culture, history, and tradition. The Tobago Heritage Festival 2026. Talk City 91.1 FM invites you to journey with us as we discover the people, places, and stories behind this remarkable festival. Here's today's feature.
Some stories are written in books. Others live in the hearts and memories of a people. One of Tobago's most famous folk legends is that of Gangang Sara, a mysterious African woman said to have flown across the Atlantic and settled in the village of Golden Lane. According to the legend, she possessed the power of flight, but after living in Tobago and eating salt, she lost her ability to return home. Her story has been passed down through generations and remains one of the island's most treasured pieces of folklore. During the Tobago Heritage Festival, visitors gather in Golden Lane to hear the tale brought to life through storytelling and cultural presentations. It is a reminder that heritage is not only found in historical records, but also in the stories people share from one generation to the next. This is Tobago's oral tradition at its finest, and in 2026, Tobago invites you to hear it for yourself.
Tobago Heritage Festival 2026.
Mommy, mommy, I want to learn the rules to become a great athlete, to stand on my own two feet. I could learn to brush my teeth just like on Sesame Street.
Ah, boy, Sesame Street. The man mentioned it there.
Yeah.
That's a little piece of Bill Trotman there. God rest his soul. Joey mentioned it. Go back to school. Mommy, mommy, I want to go back to school.
Perfectly arranged, composed, and presented for a children's audience.
Yeah.
And he is putting himself in the role of being the child.
The child, yes.
And even saying, I want to grow up to be a Calypsonian.
Yeah. I like the little part, tanga langa langa langa, the school bell ringing.
Yeah.
Listen, we gotta, it has to be, we don't have these elements in Calypso again. Like X and I mentioned, everything that's gone heavy political. But this was the fun of the tent.
Yes.
All of this was the fun in the tent. And we had to get back to that now. But we mentioned that aspect with the marketing to children and that kind of thing and the Calypso and whatever. We want to get to the comedy aspect of things as well. Joey was just giving our history with Marshall and I never checked that, I always see all the fellas were superstars in school,
Boy, far from.
Sir.
Because Calypso in our time, 80s into early 90s, was old people music. Our friends' grandparents, not even parents, our friends' grandparents were our fans.
Wow.
Like you do not calypso nice, boy. You did it, you know.
Yeah.
It was that. So a lot was done for the junior artists of that time who stuck with it, and quite a few of us, a number of us are still around today.
Right.
You know, including the challenger for the presidency. As Kurt Allen would have graduated same year with me.
Okay.
He is St. Augustine, I'm in Palo Seco, but we would have met in the Junior Monarch. You know, Kurt, he was writing for Roger George and some other artists as well.
Right.
So Roger George, we have like, you know, Devon Seals and quite a number of the adult artists now. Even people like Relator and Contender started off as junior calypsonians.
All right.
And stayed with it. Some came across from other genres, whether it was gospel, folk, etc. Yeah, some of just late bloomers on a whole.
Okay,
I
brilliant.
came across from academia as well. We have, you know, like the late, like Penguin, Luther, and others were short pants as well. But
nice.
You can retire as a school principal.
Right.
Chalk dust, you know, and so on. So we have a wide range of professionals and practitioners in the calypso realm as, you know, calypsonians. And to mention to that, in Tuco, we don't only have calypsonians as members.
Yeah.
Once you're a calypso stakeholder, whether you're a musician, backup singer, artist manager, composer, etc., make up the body of the membership as well. So it's all stakeholders.
Now, we had a little controversy from a Jamaican artist by the name of Shensia. Shensia released a track just recently. It has somehow, I don't know, it has probably angered one part of the local audience.
Yes.
And the other part, we look at it a different way. Now, Shensia released a song. I know, God, I love myself some Shensia. You know what I mean? The visual before the music. You know, but yeah, anyway. Love myself some Shensia. Ah, Lord. But I tell you this, she have a song singing this, and when in one of the early lines in the song, it says, "This is dancehall, not blood clot calypso."
Yes.
And that has created a whole stir amongst, I guess, local people here in Trinidad, Trinidadians, that they look at it as a jab at calypso or an insult to calypso, being the father of everything. What are your thoughts on that line?
Yes. And you know, it's interesting because, you know, we are sometimes occasionally very sensitive.
Yes, very.
And extremely patriotic.
Oh yes, of course.
But the reality,
conveniently at times, but nevertheless, yes.
I mean, of course, from a really objective, analytical perspective, you know, if we're talking especially education and research, one of the first things about research is being aware of history, not only old ancient history, but also recent history, recent vintage, you know?
Right.
And having been there physically and personally in Jamaica, we spent a lot of time with Byron Lee, many of the musicians and artists. In fact, in Ecstatic, we were maybe the first to really do those soca collaborations consistently with so many Jamaican artists. Red Rat.
Right.
Shaggy, Beanie Man.
Right.
We even had preliminary stuff with Bourgeois as well. Back in that time. And I was actually part of the production team for those projects.
Right.
So there's that dynamic and relationship between the Jamaican artists and our Trinbagonian artists. Shensia in particular, it's important to understand the context of the history and then of certain behaviors and expressions, like in the song. Shensia herself would have been one of the more recent collaborators with our local artists. Nyla Blackman.
Yeah.
Bungie.
Kess.
Yeah,
I think she worked with Kess too, if I'm not mistaken.
So I mean, she's around. She's and by all indication, she seems to be very comfortable
Mm-hmm.
within the Trinbagonian Carnival Calypso scenario.
Yes.
Space community.
On the Shiva Prima.
I know. And what happens
Yes,
is that,
chance,
and this is, looking at it from a social and historical perspective, when you have someone who become that familiar and comfortable, those kinds of expressions become commonplace. It's
Okay.
like, you and a partner who good, you give each other a little fatigue.
Right.
But our belly, I ain't seen a belly these days, but you put in some weight, thing, So that's at the first level, that I believe that it wasn't an intentional.
It wasn't meant to be disrespectful.
Yes. I think she's very, very comfortable with the Trinidadian experience, Trinbagonian experience, and felt like she could say that. Also, from a marketing perspective, she has now put the Calypso brand out
in
there
the eyes of people who may not have known
in
about
the spotlight.
it. Yeah, because we fail to realize that a lot of people globally do not know what is Calypso.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And
Because
this time she has put it out there.
I mean,
but also we are very convenient as well, because she mentioned one line. We have songs, calypsos and soca songs, entire songs, making very disparaging comments about dancehall music.
Okay.
We have Raga Raga, we have
Raga,
Baddies,
raga, raga,
Maxi
raga,
Dub, etc. I can't understand one thing when I try to listen to a dub song. I try and I try and I try and I try, but it seems that something wrong. Every time the DJ decides to play, one hands go up in the air. Everybody dancing, oh, what a feeling, oh, what an atmosphere. But all I hearing, raga, 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 raga. Did we ever stop and think for a moment, how does a Jamaican feel when we reduce their genre as just raga, 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 raga? Or my Jeep breakdown, so I jump in a maxi, go in, and here is Calypso history and education.
Yes.
We must understand the social impact. These are our Caribbean neighbors, and we have fun.
Yeah.
And when we do it, it's just...
It's alright, yeah.
It's alright,
But when it come back at us, everybody want to get vexed.
Yeah. So we have to be careful.
It's true, But I mean, look, Dexter Daps with Shabba Mother Pot. that song was not big in Jamaica, That song never made it big in Jamaica, That wasn't getting no airplay in Jamaica,
Right.
Is when the DJs and them locally in Trinidad started to play Shabba Mother Pot. And they playing it because of that part that is go steel pana beat like Trinidad. And that is why they was playing it. Because it come and it get big here.
Yes.
And then it get big over in Jamaica, but it's here it get big first. You understand what I'm saying? Just with that one little line that he put in, and then Trinidad ended up making his song bigger than it was ever in Jamaica. And it had a good run. Matter of fact, they're still playing it in the dance right now.
The counter reactions to some of the local persons pushing back too is that some of the names you see in jumping out having an issue. You have to ask yourself, what have those people done to develop and contribute to our local music?
Right.
In not just the particular artists or projects that they have invested in personally or directly, but on a whole, what have some of these people done for the art form, of Calypso and for Trinbagonian artists on a whole,
Right.
And the truthful answer is very little or nothing.
Very little or nothing, yeah.
But they'll be the first to jump out and attempt to be defended.
Yeah.
So it's a good look for some. It's a good posture.
Well, I think we don't break down things. I think we don't assess things or analyze things before we form an opinion on it.
Yeah.
And we just go wild without stopping to think. We don't think first.
So it's a comedy.
We react first.
It's a comedy, I guess, which brings us right into the comedy.
Well, of course. So we have the brunch extravaganza. It's comedy for a cause. And it's all about Hillary's journey. Who is Hillary?
Right. So Hillary is a retired worker from the Customs Department. And I have been the musical director of the Customs Emancipation Group. We have Emancipation coming up. So Similar to how your program would have started, where we speak about persons who would have unfortunately faced medical challenges. She would have had a severe stroke. So now we have come together in an attempt to do this fundraiser to assist her. So Alan the Entertainer and his Million Laughs team, we have collaborated and came up with this concept, this support system called Comedy for a Cause, where we partner with different individuals and organizations to support them by bringing the technical component and the performances, comedic performances, in an attempt to do the fundraising. So all the profits from the events will go towards the beneficiary who needs to have the fundraiser done. So we have a few of these happening. So the Comedy for a Cause will be at St. Francois Girls College in Belmont on the 2nd of August, and it's a brunch, so from 11 a.m.
Okay.
You know, we have little finger foods and so on. It's just $175, you know, to have that experience. We have a host, music, comedy, stand-up comedy, comedy and dance, comedy and instrumental. So all musical and performing arts iterations of comedy will be happening.
Right.
Alan the Entertainer and his team, we have some of the artists listed there. Larry Joseph and some of the
Alan the Entertainer, Black Sage. You also have Handsome. Is it Handsome Son?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Larry Joseph and Dolores, Massifi, and much more.
Yeah.
All right. Of course, Joey Rivers and his band, the Minstrels.
Yeah, so we do the
So
minstrels.
the Minstrels.
Yeah. So people see me, you know, in this very serious iteration come Sunday as education and research officer. I'm hopeful. But on my comedic iteration, I am part of a minstrels band.
Okay.
Yeah, and we do a lot of parodies.
Nice, man.
Hey, Trini, you Trini, don't just drive away. Cause I have this need to tell you why I walked down here today. The spare parts man take all my money. I can even put gas in my car. Well, somebody must tell me who is the problem. Ministry of Works or is it WASA? Because I drive to Penal all over the place. You know why? I drop in them pothole. So now I'm walking on my feet. So we have a lot of these kinds of parodies, you know.
Right.
Takes and things, and so we have a nice little time because usually persons who require the funds from the fundraiser are dealing with some painful issue. So the idea of the comedy is also therapeutic as well.
Okay, brilliant.
And it appeals to a wide audience. It's family comedy, so you can bring from children to adults. You know, nothing is going to be uncomfortable or raunchy.
Right.
So yeah. So it'll be good family comedic fun.
Nice, man. And, well, I mean, the comedic aspect of Calypso as well, the humorous Calypsos, things like that. I know you would know a lot about those things too, and a lot of the key players in the culture that have put forward some tremendous historical... Spoiler, you would say Spoiler?
Yeah, Spoiler was the...
Over Bomber?
Well, even Bomber admitted that Spoiler was his mentor.
Okay.
Yeah, because I actually attended Bomber's Dream, his grandson did the documentary.
Right.
Yeah, and that's part of the content there. I mean, Bomber couldn't finish talk about Spoiler.
Wow.
Yeah. Sing it out, boys. I wanna fall.
I wanna fall.
Yeah. He actually took some of those lines from Spoiler.
From Spoiler?
You know, Bed Bug and those songs. And the double entendre is really what those guys were really crafty at. So a child could be listening to this song.
Yeah.
And not realize what the secondary meaning was now.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is different to what we have today. That's what X and I was saying. You know, Kaiso has just changed. It has just become
raw,
this one-dimensional raw, raw culture or genre. But the way that they put it across, so the wittiness.
Yeah, the research and education is a key component in that. To now assist and support the current composers to go back and analyze.
Yeah.
And these classic legendary songs still play as what the standard vintage will be. In any Lime, any program and so on, you would hear those oldies.
Right.
You wouldn't hear humor from the recent past.
Okay.
You'll go all the way back to Lord Funny, Rio. You know,
Who you would say anytime? We have what, 2 minutes, right?
Yeah.
2 minutes. Who would you say is the best at the double entendre?
Good.
Who you would say?
No, that would definitely be Spoiler. Unarguably.
Spoiler.
Yeah, Spoiler. But of course, we have a lot of guys, especially from that era.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were academically sound as well,
Okay.
Not necessarily certified, but the education system under the British back in that time, because this is pre-independence.
Right.
Is there again context?
Right.
Yeah. So the way that English was taught, a lot of literature, Shakespeare, a lot of classic, stuff. I mean, Valentino, and others would reference Shakespeare. Even Zandoli,
Right.
Merchant of Venice.
Mm-hmm.
You understand, double entendre, but based on very prolific literature.
Right.
I want a pong of your flesh for security. You can't just give my money just so. Right. Right. Yeah. So these guys were very intelligent. Learned and well read, and understand, literary devices, metaphor, onomatopoeia, etc. Yeah, so we had a level of craftsmanship in the composition. And definitely, we have one or two guys, I mean, like Michael Teja and these guys are potentially very, very good in the modern era. In terms of their attempt to craft these sort of poetic lines. Even, Marshall's road match this year, I know that he and Jefferson, they sit down and really, go deep in terms of even like that brand placement of stamina in the video. Him as a security guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we must have stamina.
Yeah.
And then the drink comes, boom. But we're talking about the actual stamina as well.
Right, yeah.
Yeah. Even like in Mr. Fett. They say Mr. Fett, you're mad. I say Miss Daffett, you're mad.
Yeah.
So we have some things happening.
All right, nice one.
Yeah.
Well, we got to get to the 11 o'clock news. King David will be here to chat with me in the third hour. Joey, hold on now. When he come in, we're familiar with each other.
Yeah,
when he come in, we go slip and slide in and wherever.
Nice.
All right. And you could even join the conversation. You have a nice track of positive vibes to bring. We're going to get to the 11 o'clock news. We will be back after this. Don't go anywhere. This is Off the Record.
Good morning, Trinidad and Tobago. I'm
Why is Talk City 91.1 FM the leading talk station in Trinidad and Tobago? Because nobody delivers conversations like we do. Start your mornings with Ground Report. Andy Pitbull Williams, Lennox Smith, and Nigel Snipes setting the agenda from 6 to 9 a.m. Then it's Off the Record with Stephan and Mr X. Fearless talk and the issues everybody's discussing. Stay connected with Sharon. Take it front with Officer Shabadi. Go beyond limits with Roland Stewart. Drive home with Heavy Duty and David Welch on Under the Radar. And wrap up your day with Kingsley and OB on The Wrap Up. Real talk, real people, real Trinidad and Tobago. Listen live on Talk City 91.1 FM and follow us on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Talk City 91.1 FM, the #1 talk station in Trinidad and Tobago.
The excitement of world football ignites with the final VAR. Victories, analysis, reviews, the goals, the calls, the experts are on the ball. The final VAR, live on Thursdays from 8:30 p.m. on TTT and TTT live online, starting June 11th.
This is the music farm. Pick up your shovel and hoe, ho. Get ready to go. This is the garden planting time. Sow your seed and wine. Me say, down in a, 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 down in a Trinidad. Me say, down in a Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm we have enough musician. E-I-E-I-O. Just jump around with a shook shook there and put up your hand and shook shook there. Wine all around and shook shook there. Shook everywhere. Down in a Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. Down there, me Trinidad posse. Down there, they getting on wassy. Down there, I am the butcher that slaughter the lamb on the music farm. Down there, spray your fertilizer. Down there, make the crops go stronger. Down there, a farmer happy running the show. E-I-E-I-O. Yeah. Down in a, 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 down in a Trinidad. Me sing, down in a Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm we have plenty woman. E-I-E-I-O. I just jump around with a chuck chuck there and put up your hand and chuck chuck there. Ride all around and chuck chuck there. Chuck everywhere. Down in a Trinidad we have a music farm. E-I-E-I-O. Now break it down. Come again. Well, this is Nicody. Exotic person. We are teaching about farming business. So you have the argument. What's up?
Man of the sugar queen, girl of the acre. Come we could join man cause agriculture. Dig up your mountain, expand the river girl. How we a big time farmer. Well done, and you hear the cocker start the crowing. Bring the hot water and cook the chicken. Carry out the cow them to start gazing. The rain has stopped falling. Saddle up your horse, get on your donkey. Turn up your soil and plant up the land. This is the music farm. Yum.
Down in the Trinidad we have a music farm.
E-I-E-I-O.
Down in the Trinidad we have a music farm.
E-I-E-I-O. Early in the morning, I hear my name start calling. She say, come joy do some construction on my music farm. Yam. Ow, a boombi.
Well, it's me again on the microphone stand. Hear me now.
Oh, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. Oh, what a night, what a night, what a Saturday night. It was last Saturday, I feeling for a play. I met a little girl named Kay. I wish she from a down Claxton Bay. I take she to a jam session, down in my music farm. When she tell me to plow up the land, I give she the wickedest slam. Yam.
The more we plow together, together, together. The more we plow together, together we shall reap God's my farm is your farm and my yam is your yam. So let us plow together.
There's a hole in the land, dear Vincent, dear Vincent. There's a hole in the land, dear Vincent, a hole. Well, fill it, dear boy, dear boy, dear boy. Well, fill it, dear boy, fill it. Vin, with what shall I fill it, dear Vincent, dear Vincent? With what shall I fill it, dear Vincent? With what? With soca, dear boy, dear boy, dear boy.
All right, people, so we're back, and Joey Rivers is with us. We've been talking about Calypso, we've been talking about the industry, we've been talking about comedy, we've been talking about history. Joey's been sharing some of his stories, all right, in the industry. He is, of course, going up in that election on Sunday with Tuco as the research and education officer, and you could see that he ain't no joke, right? He is fully qualified for that particular position. I've known him for years now. If there's anybody know the full history, and not just Calypso, but all aspects of the culture, it is Joey Rivers. You could call in and ask Joey anything, and he will probably have an answer for you. You understand? The same way you could go back and talk about Spoiler and this one and that one. I'm sure you could talk a little bit on Merchant and all.
I mean,
but this was saying.
Yeah. Boss. You know, and a couple of days ago, of course, what's trending in the news now is what's happening in CARICOM.
Right.
With the
Caribbean connection.
Caribbean connection. So I'm saying, well, there are two songs, two calypsos, and again, the context of the research and education.
Mm-hmm.
Caribbean Connection is one, and of course, Black Stallions Caribbean Unity, which we call Caribbean Man.
Right.
Caribbean Unity is the official name of the song.
Right.
And Stalin would have said, the Rastafarian movement growing while CARICOM dying slow. So like some things that Rastas on that them politicians don't know.
Wesa.
And of course, Merchant in Caribbean Connection, very directly, let's have a party.
Yeah, let's have a
Caribbean party.
Yeah.
You know, and actually, Marshall used that when people were trying to jam him for saying party and not party.
Yeah.
You know, Stalin said party. Black man feeling the party. Black man feeling that. And also Merchant, let's have a party. A Caribbean
yeah, it's a party. That's we kind of that we dialect and slang.
Region together in one big jam down fiesta. And he speaks about the different islands. It's like he's envisaging the whole thing.
Yeah.
This whole festival, this whole jamboree.
Right.
You know, and so I mean, these compositions of these Calypsonians of a particular time.
But look how far back that was.
They were prophetic.
You know, you understand what I'm saying? That was far back. And, you know, Calypso tells the story of how nothing changes.
Correct.
You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, he goes, yeah, man, you go pull in and get right there. Let's press him in for me. Yeah, King David is here. We're going to chat with him. Yeah, but Calypso has told the story.
Yeah, we had the federation, you know.
Yeah, of us going absolutely nowhere. Come have a seat, man. Have a seat, man. So King David is here. We'll have to get my technical people on this. Because we had the track on the drive. So we'll get across in the system. No frighten. You have a seat, man. You have a seat. You make yourself comfortable. Yeah, just knock on this door right here. Yeah, that door right there and tell them check me. Because everybody like they gone manufacturers thing or what is going on? What is going on this morning? So yeah, Joey, like we were saying, Calypso historically has always told the story.
Yes.
To me, of us reaching absolutely nowhere.
You know
because
what? You know what? Can I still tell the story? You know what came out in Bomber's dream?
Yeah.
That Bomber.
Yeah.
Composed Portrait of Trinidad.
Right.
That sniper song. Trinidad is my land. And that's where the line is. By Calypso's or stories are told.
Right.
So that line is in the Portrait of Trinidad
in
song.
the Portrait of Trinidad song.
Bomber wrote.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, crediting the persons who contributed very, very significant lines now. One line that could just stand on its own.
Right.
Yeah, so the Merchant, I mean, it was genius. The type of melodies, and of course he would have written for other artists as well. And that's a dynamic I really am fascinated by with these Calypsonians.
Yeah.
Like Explainer, he would have performed songs written by other Calypsonians, and he would have written songs for other Calypsonians.
It's true.
Wrote for himself too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no sort of egos and so on as well.
Yeah, exactly. But when you really go back, I used to, like when people used to play Bob, well, not used to, but when I used to listen to Bob Marley music, right? I remember Bob Marley music playing. I remember older fellas around me at the time, right? Listening to Bob and thing, man. Bob singing about the world and the realities of the world and the politics of the world and everything, right? And you listen to it in the late 90s, early 2000s now. And you say, boy, that man was a prophet,
Yeah.
You understand? Because look how long he sing about that and look what's going on today. But not musicians, recording artists on the whole, they are just that because and that tells us that we really in progressing because it's not so much that he was a prophet, it's just that the world suffering from the same symptoms.
Yeah.
Right?
And crazy in time to come.
Yeah.
One of the lines Crazy sang, one day America will have a black president.
Yes.
And that's before Obama,
Yeah, that was before Obama. But Obama wasn't president yet, and Crazy had sing about that.
Yeah.
And I remember that. So it's not so much, a lot of the world just it doesn't change. We just keep going on in our circle now. Look progress.
Oh gosh. Yes, boy.
You understand what I'm saying? King Austin.
Yeah.
I mean, you listen to that now, and then you'll say, but this man, no. It's not. It's just the same thing was going on back then.
I know King David here, but at that point, right? A song does bring a talk, because we are in the address for talk.
Yes, of course. That's we here.
Now, Progress, which eventually became a hit by the voice of King Austin. The composer, right, Winsford Devines, he attempted to sing that song twice before, and it flopped,
And it flopped.
In fact, he offered the song to Sparrow, and Sparrow refused it.
Really?
Because a lot of the composers were not very good singers.
Right.
Okay, when he presented it, but King Austin now had the correct demeanor, the brand, and the vocal capacity to really do justice to what that song was about. Today, when I look around in this world, what do I see? The treatment.
Right.
Don't
see. I listen coming on the road too. I listen every day. Every day I listen to the programs.
Right, nice one.
So I well informed here, right? I wait on this opportunity, but I can't wait no more. Because every time I say King Austin, that's Mr. King's father.
Of course.
Who sang Will Have Until?
Yes. I'm Mr. King's father. Yeah.
I just listening now.
Try.
So, a lot of good knowledge I heard this morning.
Yes, man.
Information,
And that's what I'm saying, A lot of people are the knowledge and the information, boy. And well, I guess when they don't jump in already, so we go transition. Because really and truly I finished with Joey since he left me. But Joey give me a story that he say you used to be.
Well, here, man, don't leave that. He's off the record? He's not on the record.
Yeah. Tell him off the record, but it's on.
Yeah, or that history.
You want history?
Right.
A little family history.
A family history. Right. And then he tell me that, and I realized, Joey, have family history, nearly everybody I know. Because the newscaster that come up, Kyrie Roberts, some Irish connection.
Yeah, we have a connection.
Irish connection there.
Yeah.
And then it's somebody else I mentioned this morning.
This is South and country and, you know, instead of go a Rima and thing and you just get his interconnection.
Yeah, just get the interconnection.
Yes,
all right.
Yes. So don't tell him no more.
So we ain't saying no more. But we have King David in studio. Now King David has a new track here for 2026. He come back out. He's one of the reggae all stars. Well, what used to be one of the reggae all stars with the whole Studio 53 back then. But he go back even further than that. So I know we have a research and history officer here, but my knowledge is you started off in party time, right? So you
had a knowledge, you know.
You was at
I lost a bit there,
right? You did not know dreadlocks and thing yet. I'm sure about that.
I go in and pull up on Stephan and X with X.
Now X in here, X have a thing with the board at the end.
I just call him XN House. He's my mom XN House. Need the money? I said that boy could hustle, boy. On radio, he's selling land. If I come, he might sell me.
About 10 walk around.
He good.
10 walk away.
His story need to be in a book.
No, but yeah, for real, he had to write a book.
Only to teacher and with his work on the seas.
Yeah,
as listen.
The amount of traveling he went.
So I make a
as still can't pronounce it.
I know he's a politician.
Yeah,
the story in there.
Let's get that conversation. Should go on say. When they're doing some business and thing. You should go on the places.
Which what?
X.
Yeah.
X. Boy, X. Listen, X walking. X are land to sell. He on tech board. He walking on radio. He must see about 2 other work outside of that. And he don't have enough children to mind. With all that money we making. So you know what's going on. But yeah.
I lost a bet. I say I'm going on. Let Stephan know how way back in this thing and I'm going to. And I lose because you already called the trump card day.
No, well, yeah, because alright, it was party time. You're starting hip hop.
You're correct. Dancing
and thing,
yeah. I was part of a dance group called Total Chaos.
Right.
You know, and from that, we decided to sing, not just dance for background music. We realized everybody have a talent in the group. One man could rap. I was the Jamaican chanter in the group now.
Right.
You know, everybody had different styles long time, as he was talking about.
Right.
The generations didn't really used to be exposed to plenty local music. Like if you're jumping on Maxi, you hear dub.
Yeah, yes.
I'm playing music, you hear disco, you hear breakdance music. You would not hear 2 men extempo in it out on the block.
Right.
So which wasn't good, but it's reality. You're a realist.
That's the reality. My era too. So I grew up in that.
When I reached that age on party time and I doing the hip hop dancing, I started like reggae music, Rasta thing, and so on the side I became the chanters, and then Caribbean song basing happened simultaneously, and Kiski the Caravan came about, so it had an outlet to do music, to sing music now, to record. So we perfected our songs. I did a song called Personal Girl with the group.
Personal
Girl. The same dance group.
Right.
I did Personal Girl with them. And then I went to song basing the second season. Not the first one with General Grant.
Right.
You remember he had that first batch and then next he tried with us. Men like KMC was on that. Maximus Dan, he was Magadan them time.
Yeah, Magadan, right.
Blazer, all of us were on the next to Blue.
Nice.
Well, it didn't happen, but I did a song with Shell Shock.
Right, you work with Shell Shock in the studio, yeah.
Yeah, this one now. Party time, you know, Nadia Batson was also on Party time.
Yes. I went to school with her. Yeah.
Singing with our group. They used to sing Sisters with Voices. So
right.
I get so weak.
Yeah, that was Silhouette.
So that was Silhouette. That was the name of the city.
Right. History and research officer, you know. That's history and research officer.
This happened just so I believe, man, you know.
Right.
So they were my friends. That girls group was Total Chaos friends. So when I got the opportunity to go and record in Caribbean song basing with Shell Shock, Shell Shock said the song nice, you know, but you had to get backups. I say, I have it, don't worry.
Right.
And I call them girls and they say, David, we'll try it. Reggae?
Okay.
We will try the reggae. They never do it before. And these girls come and sing backup. The song was Wickedest Invention was the name of the song.
Wickedest Invention.
They sing. My brethren Preston, I get one meal back up, we do it. Next thing you know, Shelshaw calling me, hey, I want a number for them girls. Next thing you know, them girls have a hit soca, you know. They sang a song, I think it's Yaga Ye, Yaga Yo, Yaga Yaga Ye. Look back and you'll see Nadia Batson and Silhouette sang that. And then he snatched Nadia. And ask Nadia when you see her. That's the story how I believe Nadia get a full exposure due to just being a friend, a good friend to me.
Right.
And saying, yeah, you come and do back. And I know these girls is A1. I can't sing like them.
Yeah, right,
and they say, oh, we will come and do it for you. We will try, you know.
And they get through.
And she get in and that was
and never look back.
I feel, every time I see Nadia perform and sing, I just be like, I was there from the start, girl. I see the blocks when it now start to build. And I love you and proud of you.
Now, well, that's how it is. It's good to know where the artists come from. Like King David here, you know, people might know. Well, I mean, Joey might know, I don't know.
Not the reggae crowd, the Rasta crowd don't know that side of me when we don't speak of the.
Right. Know that. But even before that, because you went to school at Curep. No, before you went to Trinity. You went to school in Curep, you was an East Boy. Yes, and then you passed for Trinity and you end up in town.
Curep Fatima RC.
Right.
Yeah, I was renting in Curep in the little apartments in Linden Street.
Right.
And then by time, maybe say 10 years, we got a house in Borneo Gardens.
Borneo Gardens, right.
Further east. And going further east now, I don't know, but like my brain was really, really good because I don't know how I passed to Trinity in Maraval. Mocha.
In Mocha, yeah.
So a boy who never see pass Sawa.
Right.
You understand? I don't know about traveling. Daddy picking me up and dropping me to school in the little caller.
Right.
And the escort, 2-door escort. And when we went Borneo, same thing, pick up and drop off.
Yeah.
To tell me now, I had to travel to go quite Maraval. You know, but the good thing that during the holidays, I joined football in the orientation, I joined cadets. So they had programs during the holidays. So mommy would drop me 1 or 2 times in the bus.
Right.
Taxi. So by the time September start, 4 o'clock in the morning I had to get up. I was the only man going so far. You know, and I coming home with stories.
Right.
Talk everybody up by me going 5 Rivers, El Dorado, riding Mount Hope, Cuba Junior Sec. Them days is 2 shifts.
And you get the difference between the East culture and the Town culture.
Yeah. I learned about Nelson Street, Frederick Street, Friday on an evening.
On an evening, Friday evening, yeah.
Pizza Boys.
Oh, yeah. Good thing, man.
Men selling gold teeth on a rack. How much a cap? 90. Yeah, initial on the teeth. Man.
Nah, well, I mean, back then, right? Back then was a real street man hustle too, eh? Because I sure you cut music on cassette already.
How you mean? I used to come in the drag by 9 miles and cut music in the booth in the drag.
Right, and that was cassette, not CD.
Yeah, cassette.
Not CD, eh?
Sticking cassette together when it
Yeah. You go know about that.
You have to clean the film from wash on top, the little sponge on top. You have to make sure that because taping radio too was a serious thing long time. You hear a song you like, you have to be ready to press, record and and then stop it before O'Brien and them started talk.
It's in all that technology today.
But when you're done, you play in that cassette.
Yeah. I was talking to somebody, I was telling them, you know, it had Americans Got Talent and all them shows. We had Scouting for Talent and Mastana Bahar and Under 12. We had them kind of show long before.
Tiki.
Exactly, party time, all them things long before.
My mother carried her son Auntie Hazel once for my sister to sing.
Right.
I was the baby, my sister bigger than me, and she going to sing Whitney Houston, I Believe the Children Are Our Future.
Right.
These days it wasn't TV yet, Auntie Hazel was radio. And my whole family home pack up in Santa Rosa, his grandmother, all of them listening.
Right.
And they laugh, they tell me they still get big. They only hear my sister singing and I in the background crying. To the girl whole performance.
No, but as you mentioned your mother, I was shocking me, you know. Is your mother pushing to performing in school?
You
see what I mean? Is your mother, you know?
So I think it might be my assistant.
Is your mother?
You might be my assistant in the research department.
Yeah,
could be.
Because this
I'm going to blow you mind now.
This not on Facebook. This not on...
I'm going to blow you mind now.
Alright, I wanted to tell you this. I wanted to blow his mind.
I'm going to blow you mind now.
My mother, right?
You feel I should blow you mind?
Wait now, I'm going to tell you now.
I'm going to tell you one more thing about your mother.
Tell me that.
Your mother teach you a little soap.
How this man know?
Because they used to want outfit there.
Oh shit.
They used to want outfit to wear to go and dance and thing when they get gigs.
Yes, and she get fed up.
She get fed up and tell them, look, all you come meet me here. I'll get only a few hours and I'll teach you a little so.
Plenty idle time he had. He ain't lying, boy. You're gonna cry out. I come here to tell you what. My mother is one of your biggest fans. Boy.
Serious?
Yeah, no
all right. Nice
thing.
one.
She just come, my mother is 80.
Okay.
And she just come that work thing and support you every
Serious?
year.
5K?
My mother just come, boy.
Well, but I mean, you know
she
that
have pictures with you and my old aunt and all
you
of
serious?
them. Yeah.
Well, I didn't even, you see, you doesn't even know who you meet?
Yeah. She might more thing on Facebook and thing, but she really on board with Stephan.
All
yes,
right,
now.
nice man.
So every morning I accustomed we watching Breaking Down home in my house now.
Nice.
But since energy,
right.
We didn't reach there yet. But that aspect about the sewing and thing was like right after during party time.
Right.
She realized we had time on our hands, and she called us in. She said, bring a notebook, which is the group, 4 of us. I want to teach all to do all the thing because I enable them style because Kalkanai and thing come in style.
Right.
With embroidery on your back pocket now. The canny, remember that was a big thing. Just like our True Religion, you know our jeans from the style.
Yeah.
The Levi V.
Yeah.
Kalkanai had a real important push, and she realized we want to write Total Chaos in embroidery. So she said, see that? Only we learn to do that. we brought our paper and our little sticks and board measuring sticks and she taught us, and that trade stay with each and every member of the group up to this day. We started to sew for people.
Yeah.
We started to sew here. We started to do it here the Trini Brain. When it's a big concert and we know artists coming down, we sew in suit for the artists to travel down to the concert or the hotel where they stay in and say, well, all you know us, we Total Chaos, the dance group, we saw it now, and we brought a gift for the artists. And you believe that used to get us in all the concerts backstage.
Really?
I have pictures in hotel with Capleton, Terry Ganzi, Bourgeois. I have a picture with Bourgeois and Beanie. And all that just because we carry clothes for them on that thing. We truly brain now.
Right.
We make a link here, but we could do it, and we do it once and it worked.
Nice one.
You know what I mean? So
nah, but big up mommy for teaching our trade, and that's a big trade, you know. That's a big trade to learn, you know.
No, and Lord Nelson King Liar. You have a line where you say, show me the corner where the fella pass. So it means that they watch them artists will be on TV and got to get the measurement.
Yeah, put it in on no Instagram, no WhatsApp. Send me a measurement, no.
That's true.
Yeah, good. For real, eh?
No, it's true.
We size them up.
It's true because some of them they reach in and they offer gifts and they get in, but how you know the size? Wait, sir. But the other thing too, plenty people might remember too, and this would be a big thing for you all. You all would have opened for like Crisscross and I remember that era when Crisscross, Boys to Men, and they come down. All they open for them or some kind of thing. So when Isasha was party time too.
Isasha was party time, but he was in a duet with another fella from Lauketa.
Right.
So they did a one tune.
All right, cool man.
Plenty people. Denise Belfon was on party time.
Yes.
Queen Omega was a contestant on party time
names.
also.
Yeah.
And then besides that, in Trinity College too, you had a whole kind of artistic energy in the school.
Right.
I don't know if it's the bush up in Mocha, the quietness, no cars, no traffic, no pollution. So Charles went Trinity with me.
Right.
Hoppy went Trinity with me. Third Base went Trinity with me. Attack Clan went Trinity with me. Plenty.
A big lineup.
Brent Sancho went Trinity with me.
That's a big lineup. That's a big lineup.
There's plenty people.
Even Michael Teja went to more recent times.
Wow.
Michael Teja too?
Yeah.
Ooh. Wow. But what was it like to open, because Boys to Men was the biggest. I mean, Crisscross and them was big in the genre, but Boys to Men was bigger.
Yeah.
But I think so in that era, Boys to Men was it. Right?
That was international.
I remember that.
We used to be on most
that
of
show
those,
was in the stadium, man?
We used to be in most of those shows as well.
Yeah, that show, I think that show in the stadium. When that show, when Crisscross and them come, when they close back to front and all kind of thing.
What they do,
with that style.
They brought them in Hilton first to begin.
Right.
Hilton. And they had hairdressing symposium along with the show. So they were doing the symposium in the hotel, cutting people here. So all the acts on the show come and they did our hair for us and real international vibes. I carry my sister. When I looking for my sister, one of them Yankee boy and them dog and my sister. Because them time of foreigners smelling different.
Looking different.
Jericho different. I tell you, I can never forget that. They get my color in my hair. They laugh at Mr. Star.
It's always said a Yankee boy behind us is
It was that's even before the show, eh? So by the time the show reached, we know, all right, we got support from GQ. GQ was a clothing brand down here, not the international GQ.
Right.
He sponsored us, so we were looking good, you know, get
nice,
clothes, and we went on. I think for that show we started singing. So what we used to do the dance routine where everybody see on a Saturday morning for party time, more popular. But we performing in schools all over. We doing that routine with the acting, and we used to do a Chinese intro.
Right.
Chinese hats.
With the hat and thing on,
and cotton. We stick cotton on our face, and in between the routine we do a Michael Jackson segment. We slide out, come back on with Michael Jackson, wig under some hats.
Yeah.
Well, we do that. And the people loved us, and then we grab the mic and sing. It was real hard to do, real hard to
but I
dance
imagine,
and flip.
Yeah, I would imagine the amount of rehearsal time to rehearse and all kind. So you know that rehearsal is like the time consuming thing, eh? Now, I know we have the track. It's called A Father's Cry, right? All right, we get into that here because we have what we have. Man, we have 20-something minutes. I have one break to take. We have 15 minutes. Right, so we have time to talk. A little Friday, I'm doing calculation in my head here. Right. Before we get to the track.
Numbers don't lie.
And they always tell a story.
Lamppost, keep your blinders on. You gotta ride on that for me, you know. You see that outro? You have to ride on. Or we have to take him and slow it down. You have to slow down nobody. Everybody getting a piece of licks today. I know today is not the naughty corner, but I'm listening and I wait to come this morning.
No, but in terms of, all right, so after party time, no, you had a real good run in what I think should have been. Well, I mean, you all took over the whole Caribbean, eh? It wasn't just Trinidad and Tobago. It had in that time. With Reggae All Stars.
He was competing with Jamaican reggae.
All it was the top reggae, I think, in the whole Caribbean. I don't even think Jamaica could have competed with Trinidad. The amount of tune was coming out of Trinidad.
In 1 year, the people don't know this, but in 1 year we get visa, you know, everybody, you know.
Everybody in 1 year.
We was popular in North America and all the other islands going up.
Look at that.
We really achieved something miraculous.
No, that was huge,
and as
no, man.
The streets say, we want to hear this on the radio.
Right.
We need to hear this, and they couldn't resist it. They say, all right, everywhere we go, we really hearing it. We need to play it on the radio.
Right.
And that's why you heard Mr. King, Nelson Warren, John John. You heard Prophet with Real Congo Bongo. Then you hear Jam Melody. It's a blessing to... What was the first one? Where's Jam Melody first one? A nice one. Yeah. Jaja is coming there.
No.
Talking to the people
out there. Yeah.
So they couldn't. Sasha come with Don't You Know. I come with my little tune, and with that, same time everybody come hard. They had no choice, and we elevate, and the message was good.
Yeah.
We battle some years, but people tend to feel we done, you know, but we ain't done, you know. I don't understand.
But this is why I'm saying
about the radio. In really,
the radio ain't picking up on it.
The radio full.
Nah, they ain't full.
They're making money from so much Trinidad, so much zest, so much steam.
Yeah, but they ain't full.
And then I'm international hitting them jobs too. They decide, well, boy, I beat that message, that concert message ain't profitable. So, them fellas, all right. We do enough for them.
You see when I say there? I tell them that the other day, you know. I tell them that, you know.
But now more than ever, we need this message for Trinidad.
You know what I tell them that? I tell them, if you realize, right? You can't tell me that for the whole year, or in a whole year, within a whole year or two, it didn't have reggae coming out of Jamaica. Think about it. Think about the quantity of reggae you used to get coming out of Jamaica within a year, right? That's putting aside what all the fellas was doing locally, eh? I just talking about all them rhythm and thing that used to come out.
Yeah.
Right? It used to come out in abundance, you know. I have every year I used to get a whole folder with reggae, you know.
Rhythms,
with real rhythm and real tune, you know.
Right.
Right? And then all of a sudden, there's only one style of music coming out of Jamaica. There's only one style of music you're hearing on the radio from Trinidad. And I was telling somebody the other day, I said, so all them reggae artists dead or what?
Yeah.
I just want to know.
It's
because
not that
where the music?
Yeah, it's not that, you're correct. It's not that they dead or they wasn't there, you know. They've been doing it, but they're not pushing that. They're just not pushing. You have to search to find it. And although it dipped on this side of the world, Africa and Europe still love, because if you look at the likes of Chronics,
right,
and the whole team after Chronics, Protege,
right,
you have Yaksta, you have Samari, you have a lot of the ladies, Lila Ike,
right,
they're doing Junior Gong, oh gosh,
Gong, all them fellas, and
yeah.
But reggae, this is my disappointment with it, is because reggae have a deeper footprint. Globally,
following,
and
dance solo anything else, because
and as well.
Because of the history. I mean, Bob Marley comes straight up the road, right? Bob Marley and the Wailers, Peter Tosh, all them fellas, and them Steel Pulse, all of them, right?
And then too, there's another stigma that brought us down. Hear this one, because when we started singing, everybody and the grandmother used to be saying, "All you're singing Jamaican people thing, all you're singing we well, that is Trinidad, we well." So my father pong me with that, not mommy, but my father used to pong me with that. But here the key with him, when you go out on interviews, or when you're doing your intro to your song and them, brother, don't let me hear you saying, "Yeah man, I'm me King David."
And talking like a Jamaican.
Well, Stephan, you know the thing go my brother, make me just come on the radio for do a little interview. No, he said, don't do me that.
Right.
But sing the songs in the accent, whatever, because it's really our music.
Our music,
more their own, but it's our music, right? So they claim it. So if you had to use the accent within the song to reach the reggae market, I could understand.
I would interject and to support you, David. That's like telling somebody in a parang band, do sing it in Spanish.
Yeah.
Try.
You might say, as not Spanish, so I wouldn't sing Spanish. No, you're allowed that.
Right.
But don't take it to your personality and speak like that. And that is where people rightfully burn you out. So keep it like that and you'll be alright, man.
Yeah.
Jamaicans will respect you for that. So I keep that method. And the problem why I believe it hasn't spread so much, or it died off quickly, because a lot of people don't know I sing soca and thing, you know. Every year I have one or two soca and I release something per se. But I'm a Trini. When we go out there, we Trini first, you know, to do reggae shows. We Trini first. So a lot of people feel, well, that they wouldn't push us because I still mature and daddy mightn't get a Shakonia Gold Award or a national award because they look at me like I sing in Jamaican people music. I swallowed that pill already, kids, but what daddy go do? Daddy go try to be a philanthropist along the way, do something good to still achieve the award, but I'm not vexed with my country for not recognizing me because I sing in reggae. I could understand.
Right.
You understand? But if along the way the attitude and the mindset of the people change to say, no matter what he do, he's a Trini and we will award him for that what he do.
Yeah.
Like if they hear this conversation and it change some people's minds, I will gratefully accept it.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? But that to me, that's the reality.
To me, for me, right, as a DJ, as a man who in the talk show arena and you're following the news and thing, as always tell them, you know, if it ever at a time we need a conscious vibration, it's now. You need serious. You need that's what you need. You need that conscious vibe, that positive reggae music.
It's wide and deep. I mean, I would have had conversations before he passed away with Tony Wilson.
Right.
I have links with Billy Ocean.
Right.
And it's the same thing. As we speak, I mean, Tony Wilson was foundation composer, arranger for Sexy Thing. Hot Chocolate.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Billy Ocean is an international star.
Yeah.
From Faizabad. And there's no formal acknowledgement. People who have achieved much less
have been acknowledged,
and awarded,
Yeah, listen, I believe everything that's come for everybody in time. You know what I mean? Once you put in the work, listen, and at the end of the day, I just always say, I don't need no medal, you know. I just need appreciation.
Smiles.
Yeah, if people appreciate what I just do, I good.
It is do something to my DNA when I touch people, when I see people.
Exactly.
It is make me healthy.
Yeah.
Something this trigger in me. And so that's when people say, like the girl, the Titan pretty girl who sings.
Right.
Say how well she try conscious and only take she on, and to me that is no reason to give up.
Exactly.
Nothing carry place. So she sing this smart thing now and it ain't good. What is worth to gain the world and lose your soul?
And lose your soul.
Yeah.
That's right.
Like no excuse to me. They didn't accept it, well, I'll go again.
You gotta keep going. You gotta keep going.
You fall in and change yourself, change the world.
Exactly.
That's the thing you tell the children.
That's what the power is.
Because she go and live with that mentality.
Yeah,
if this ain't work, I go do something worse, something dangerous to your own health.
Exactly.
Because people accepting that, you have to.
You have to understand the power. The real power, to have real power, is having the ability, like you say, to change the world rather than have the world change you. You understand? That is weakness, when the world could change you.
Yeah.
You had to be able to change the world. And you can't operate with no fear. You can't be afraid to do certain things.
That your motive wasn't in a proper place.
Yeah, fear to give up so easy.
Easily.
You wanted the riches. See that?
Yeah.
See that?
So we have the track here. It's called A Father's Cry. Tell us a little bit about it, quick.
All right. It was a song that, because of the content situation, with the children and stuff right now, how they're dealing with the children due to violence, crime, kidnapping, killing. I didn't expect I had to write a song like this, but it was on my mind. I'm a producer from New York. He produced Candle in the Wind.
Right.
His name is Mark Abu Mahad. You might know him. Trendsetter Productions.
Okay.
And he connect with David. What are you doing? I say, well, it's 20 years we do Candle in the Wind. Let's go.
Candle in the Wind was a big one, yeah.
He said, what you thinking about? What concept? I said, the children, boy, the children. We need to do a song to wake up the parents.
Right.
Wake up the people. Not even parents. Humans. Wake up the adults.
Yeah.
Because it's real in them down.
Right.
Where I have, and he sent me a beautiful composition, and we got together and back and forth. We sorted out the lyrics. I recorded it in Trinidad, sent the files up, and we worked on it. And this is the final result. It's called A Father's Cry.
Nice one.
You know,
all
protect
right.
the children.
So we're gonna take it in, people. A Father's Cry, King David on Trend. All right, and it's so ironic, Joey. I tell you. It is just happening.
Children.
What we was talking about this morning.
Children.
Same thing. So I'll take this in. King David, A Father's Cry.
King David, trendsetter. But this is not my Trinidad, no. If every child is a blessing from Jah, then why we only keep letting them fall down? Hear the cry of the fathers tonight. Another candle burning in the dark. Another young life gone before them start. Mothers crying tears up on the streets, wrapped in their dead daughters' bed sheets. We losing future doctors every day. Little children taken far away. Future leaders buried in the ground, and the nation still asks where we went wrong. How much more must we endure before we stand and secure the innocent ones who we adore? Protect the children, save the youths, stand up together and defend the truth. So many innocent lives been lost, too many families paying the cost. Protect the children, hear them cry, no more excuse, no alibi. The future belongs to every boy and girl. They are the diamonds of this world. Society, we feel them in every way. Too much neglect in these modern days. Parents must guard what Jah provide. Keep the youth them safe right by your side. Government, hear what the people say. We need more protection like yesterday. Police and ministers, you can do much more to stop the monsters outside the people's home. How much more must we endure before we stand and secure the innocent ones we adore? Protect the children, save the youths, stand up together and defend the truth. So many innocent lives been lost, too many families paying the cost. Protect the children, hear them cry, no more excuse, no alibi. The future belongs to every boy and girl. They are the diamonds of this world. Cause every child deserves the right to grow. Shine their light and let their talent show. No pain, no fear, no violence, no crime. We have to stop this madness now. This time the laws of justice we must apply to all those who want to defile the child. And we're gonna make the lion them raw. We won't take this anymore. Protect the children, save the youths. Stand up together and defend the truth. So many innocent lives been lost. Too many families paying the cost. Protect the children, hear them cry. No more excuse, no alibi. The future belongs to every boy and girl. They are the diamonds of this world. Trinidad cry, Tobago crying. The whole community hurting. People them traumatized. Look up in the sky. Fiangelo them still searching. Stand up for the children. Government here what the people say. Stand up for the nation. They are the diamonds of this world.
Yeah, man. Joey! Joey!
It's Friday, but...
Oh, go on, boy, Joey!
Sometimes you gotta keep it serious.
Joey, you feel it, eh?
Of course.
Hey.
You call Mark's name, you know, very swiftly as he was introducing what's happening. You know, I was on my Mark before he left.
Okay.
Yeah. So you see, spirit, you know.
Right.
You know, art and music is spirit, and anybody who knows Mark Abu Hamad would know that the kind of person he is now. So, as a producer, is not shallowness, is the narrative coming out there from conversations with Mark then.
Yeah.
So, I actually was able to feel not just the words that David was singing, but the way the music was supporting it. And it wasn't the type of production where it's just a loop.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't believe the last time I heard it, someone with a bridge.
Yeah, the bridge.
Right, change on that bridge in there. Yeah. You see, I'm glad.
Thanks, man.
You see what I asked Joey?
Yeah.
Because Joey know music.
He did Joey, yeah.
Yeah, son. I'm moving on rhythm and vibes, but he know the music. He break it down. You know what I mean? No, but no. Powerful song.
The dynamics,
Yeah, powerful song. I telling you, go play here at least 4 out of 5 days. Alright, now that we have it on the system, I'm telling you, I will beat this out in all your head.
We're thinking about like government. We're thinking about you think they could help me put this song in its rightful place?
Boy, that's a but listen, we have three stations here under the government. Right? And Rhythm is a man, he in charge of a lot of the day-to-day inside of here. So he would because I know for sure here, inside of here,
I don't want to waste.
This can't waste.
It's not a song for, it's a song to really, it's targeting a group of audience who need to hear it.
Well, I want to make a contribution publicly.
We go get our vibes flowing here.
I want to make a contribution publicly here today regarding what I can do. So, but 3 things, one time. One, so this song is going to be in my band's repertoire.
Right.
So that's one. Right. So that's one. 2, yesterday, I was part of the registration process for the 4 months at Maraba Secondary.
Okay.
So we ever get a class here on a Friday. And I told the principal, who was also a performer on party time, Yeah, Mr. Bayam. He was part of your old school team there, Stephan.
Yeah.
Curry, crab and dumpling.
Right.
That is the group that preceded Homefront.
Okay.
So Curry, crab and dumpling was a small contingent from St. George's, led by Ozzy Merrick.
Okay.
So they were doing lip sync to Calypso. They did Shadow Feeling the Feeling, where Ozzy was like in a hospital bed. Are you feeling the feeling?
Party time, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, remember we had a lip sync category.
Yeah. Exactly.
You don't know about that.
They know about that. I never know about that.
He won the next year Calypso music by David Rudder. And David actually loaned him his outfit. He wore an authentic David Rudder outfit for our competition.
Really?
Yeah. So again, but we get into that. But back to the story. So I was talking, and I would say this publicly, I was talking to Mr. Bayam yesterday about something I observed and I felt. All the male incoming 4 months who came with their fathers to the registration yesterday, you could have felt a sort of vibration, boy. A positive one.
Like, this is what we need to see more of this. Yeah.
The father and son, or any other male figure in the boy's life, at that 11, 12, 13 age right there, whether it's an uncle, a godfather, but of course preferably the biological father, to be there with that child, especially in those important occasions.
Yeah.
Like a 4-month registration day. You know what I mean? So that image just came to mind again listening to the song.
Yeah, the song powerful, man.
We in the process of shooting the video right now, trying to shoot the video. Mr. King is doing the video for me, right? So, but you know it takes finance to do it right, to do it proper. So I make a call, anybody you could help assist me in this mission.
Right.
I'll gratefully accept it. You could call Stephan, you could pledge, you could, you know, when people call in, play it for them, see if they will assist, because I don't intend to let this one slip, you know. This one
we go handle that. We go handle that every morning.
I went to orientation this week with one of my sons, and same thing. I was glad to see the fathers, and they had a walkathon the day after, and I asked them if I could come and sing the song. But with the red tape now, due to what these former so-called artists did, remember the other day, I won't call no names, but they went in the schools with dirtiness and social media pick up on it. And like, no, you can't slide that one under the carpet. I was proud of Trinidad Day.
Right,
you know, and so because of that, the principal was very hesitant to let me just come now.
Right.
He said, King, I know you, but we had to go to the ministry, we had to write a letter. As he spoke to Khadija, I mean on it, because I really wanted to do it. In one day, snap notice now, Khadija said, David, you really need to write to the minister. And I was like, okay, thanks. So I'll do that. If that's what it takes for me to be able to sing in every school, I will do it.
No, but that's something that happen, man.
Yeah, my thing is what other strength I could get for putting forward this song.
Right.
I just need the strength. I just need the push to do this for the country, you know.
Well, I tell you what, I want to thank, we almost out of time here. I want to thank King David, of course, for coming through. I want to feel like you're back in Argentina, you know.
Yeah. I will put men in the naughty corner, all heavy duty, all of them soon, you know, whip. I back in Argentina, all you're falling for propaganda, boy. They start the propaganda machine early and chin up. They say how the referee is Jewish. When I go, they change the man birthright in Wikipedia, you know.
Oh God, I tell you.
Boy,
it's all kind of trouble. No, it's football, no.
I will come back next time and talk about Avex.
No problem, my brother.
Use the Argentina?
No.
Use England?
I just back Italy. But they asked me who I feel over in the World Cup. I tell them England.
England and Argentina is my choice.
But they can't meet in the final. They will meet in the semi-final, if anything. But we'll see what happens. But I want to thank King David and, of course, Joey for coming through this morning. We got to wrap things up on Off the Record here. We got a commitment to pay. And then we got the 12 o'clock news. So, A Father's Cry. Go to YouTube. It's on YouTube yet?
Yes,
it's on YouTube. Make sure and check it out on YouTube. Make sure and request it at the stations. We're going to make sure it's playing on Next, Sweet, and here at Talk City. I will send a message to Heavy and all of them fellas and them. We had to put this tune in heavy rotation. It's our positive vibes that we need right now. So as we lock it off for the weekend, people, do enjoy your weekend. Have a great one. We will see on Monday who survives the quarterfinal rounds of the World Cup. Sharon Fafan is coming up at 12 o'clock right after the news. But for now, we want to leave you with this message from the PM on the CARICOM outcome and the Playway recap, and then the 12 o'clock news. Thanks a lot, fellas, and blessings. Great track, great work, Joey.